Well, hello there, all you lovely, lovely lot. How you doing? I thought I'd have my cup of tea with you while I shared something that really came about this morning, but it's something that we've been talking about quite a lot within my groups, my teams. So I have two teams, Enjoy Yoga and Rosy Glow. And Rosy Glow has been working very hard, as in from the heart, to adopt a new business paradigm, which is really heart-centered connections through understanding that for this business to thrive, everybody who's on the team needs to be congruent. They need to be in integrity with themselves and also with each other. And when you are working in a heart-centered way, the shadow is going to come up. So you may or may not know about a program I created called Co-Creation Success. It's a 6-step process for basically uncovering the hidden blocks that are our sort of subconscious programming that interferes with us being able to align with what we really want. Because we say we want something, but our actions are actually sabotaging that because of our misperceptions about how to go about getting it. Well, my team follows the 6 steps to co-creation success. Hello everybody, hi Devang. And the whole thing with this is about us being congruent with what we teach. You know, we practice what we preach. And what I've really seen in business relationships, for us to really get deep and congruent, we absolutely have to be able to face our own shadow. And usually we have some kind of perfectionism tendency. I mean, think about how work is generally. Think about what your work environment is like. Is it competitive? Do you have to watch what you say? Can you actually speak your truth, or is that risky for you? Does that mean that you might end up without a job? Because the core issues of abandonment, betrayal and rejection apply in all relationships. They don't just apply in personal relationships. So when you're working closely with a team of people, and my team is super close, we call ourselves a diamond. We've also got another anchor to that diamond, who's our lovely bookkeeper, Jenny. But essentially, we're in communication every day. We are a diamond shape. If one aspect is not in alignment, the rest of us can't flow. And I might be the figurehead for Rosy Glow, but I'm flanked and I've got an anchor support as well. And in any one of us is having a wobble, it affects us all, and actually we are a co-creation together. So we're here on a journey together, and what that actually means is that every time we come up against a block, like I say in all my videos, it's an opportunity for growth. Now we either step back and block ourselves from being in truth because we're fearful of being judged, rejected, abandoned or betrayed, or we step forward and we allow the mirrors to shine. Now, last 2 days there have been moments, both moments, waking up in the morning with a big issue to address, or not necessarily a big issue, but something that could have turned into an issue, and then it can easily become, you said this and I did that and it's your fault, and we just don't operate like that. But what we do operate as is a willingness to be a wall for each other when we are triggered, when something does come up, and we really do our best not to project our shit at each other, right? But there are times when fear will be triggered, and when you're talking about living a multi-dimensional paradigm, you are coexisting in the 3rd dimension, which doesn't really exist anymore except in our minds because it's our conditioning. The 4th dimension, which most of us on the planet are in at the moment, it's a compassionate place. There can be tremendous suffering in the 4th dimension, and there can still be fear in the 4th dimension, but we are evolving into that state of consciousness around the globe, primarily in most places. And 5D is what those of us who are electing to take responsibility for being autonomous co-creators of our reality are stepping into. But this is meaning we're really having to look at the way businesses are structured, what we value most in the people that work with us or for us, or our bosses, how we get work done. Do we push ourselves through because we have to, or do we listen to our inner weather report? Do we listen to our own energy levels and what we're capable of? You know, I haven't made any videos for a few days really. I haven't felt like it. There's been a lot going on, and there was a part of me in the back of my head going, I must make a video, must make a video. And today I woke up and was like, videos, gotta make those videos, boshing 3 out already. And this is the thing, is if you listen to your impulses, they're always telling you when it's time to do something, when it isn't. And this is part of how I'm running with Rosy Glow. You know, this is how my team works, is we are using structures to hold us in place because we're all creatives, but we are also allowing ourselves to really move beyond the conditioning of our head and to face our core wounds in business, which, you know, we'll all have slightly different, hi Lisa, we'll all have slightly different core wounds, but for one of us it might be needing to do things perfectly, and anytime something's not perfect, then that's taken as a personal attack. It can also be the way we feel about each other's personal lives. You know, there's so many things that can play a part in how we hold stuff back in ourselves rather than allow ourselves to feel and process what is going on for other people and how that actually triggers us. So, you know, I give the example of the fact that, you know, I often work with fertility clients, and obviously every day they're challenged to see bumps, either at work, women having babies really easily, or on the train or whatever. And it can really seem like, you know, life is trying to stab you, because it's like, see, you don't have this, but I do. But that's not what's going on. The core wound needs to be healed, and that is this feeling of lack, this feeling that somehow there's something wrong with this person, they can't get pregnant. And it's actually more about, instead of attacking yourself or another person, you actually go for where the healing is, which is working on the worthiness, it's working with compassion, it's working with deserving, and all the things that actually stop us from being in truth externally and internally. So my whole concept around this new paradigm of business, and really going into corporations and looking at how we can create heart-centered structures, is to address the fact that deep down we all have a fear of abandonment, and what we promise each other as part of Rosy Glow is we're holding space for each other. You know, if something feels unacceptable, we'll say that, but we hold space for each other. We have this diamond formation around us for the energy to actually flow. And so when each of us has a moment that's like, God, I didn't know where that come from. I didn't know I even had a fear of that. I didn't even know that that was a big issue for me. We're all able to witness it and to love each other through it. And what has blown me away about my team, this is what really the crux of Rosy Glow is about. It's not that you're going to be in 5D consciousness all the time. We're only human, partly, after all. You know, this is about you being able to brush yourself off, pick yourself up and brush yourself off every time you find yourself falling back into the lie. You know, into the victim consciousness that leaves us feeling that it can't be win-win-win. It has to be someone wins and someone loses. And that's what our current business paradigm is based on. It's like dog eat dog, me first, you second. There's not enough room for all of us. Got to be the best. No, you just have to do what you do absolutely brilliantly and stay in truth to that essence. You have to put the environment first, the people you work with first, and also your own heart first. You have to be able to look after yourself. It's been such a lesson for me in my work because I was always last. You know, it was put everyone else first, I'm last. And that was the lesson Enjoy taught me. No way. I have to be well and happy. Otherwise, how can anyone around me really thrive? And this is another big important aspect of business shifting its consciousness, is that we all need to be able to thrive. And if there are areas where we're kind of going, I don't want to look at that, I'm not really sure what the value system is here, that has to be pulled out. There's no more room for secrets. I've learnt that in my business. The moment someone is starting to harbour resentment, it blocks the flow. The moment someone isn't saying something they need to say, it blocks the flow. And this is why I developed the tools that I did, to be able to feel safe about delving into the darkness, into the abyss, and actually daring to see through all of that muck and to dream about what it could actually be like beyond what it is. I'm seeing corporations and how they're going to shift into a heart-centered paradigm, and I'm blown away. I'm blown away by how it will be about how much care for the environment and how much care for the staff, how much care for the well-being of all beings on this planet is going to be put forward, and how can we make this the most sustainable ecological business possible? How can we better what we did before and be more holistic and more responsive to what is needed? Like, it's all there, but we have to start with the inner journey. So the main thing for us is that we don't abandon each other in truth. When someone is expressing a truth, or when we sense a truth, we can speak it and say, I might have this wrong, but what I'm perceiving is this. And it just allows everyone to go, I'm sorry I feel this way, but I do. You know, I'm sorry that I feel jealous, but I do. I'm sorry that I feel resentful, but I do. I'm sorry that I feel frightened about this change that you're suggesting, but I do. And it's just owning it. So I'm inviting those of you who are, you know, in middle management and in senior management to start thinking about how, when you shift the way you deal with yourself, you can really be there for your team in a different way. And if you really could wave a magic wand and change the way the structure of the organisation you're involved with works, what would you really want to change? What are the key things? And once you know that, get in touch with me. Let's co-create some really big shifts here, okay? Because the decision makers on this planet are the ones that are having a massive effect on everybody else. So this is where I want to encourage you, decision makers, to make sure you make a decision for yourself and get deep into your heart. Start delving into Pandora's box. Stop trying to live on the surface and look like you're holding your shit together, because no one's really holding their shit together all the time. What we do is we're able to turn to the people that we love and we trust and go, you know what, I haven't got this at the moment. I need to be held in this. I need my shadow to be revealed here. And when we can start to work with that, we can really thrive. So if that inspires you, good, get in touch. I look forward to hearing from you. I'll let you know all about my coaching work and all the mentorship that I can offer for you in your business, if that resonates with you and you are ready for a multi-dimensional shift into the fifth dimension, baby. See you later.